It's only me that makes a big deal out of things. And sometimes it's really hard to accept that I'm making a big deal out of stuff in life. And it's me. I'm making a big deal out of little stupid shit that doesn't mean anything. It's it's little petty stuff that constantly makes me worry. It makes me think of, who am I going to have to talk to? What am I going to have to say? How am I going to come up with this? How am I going to do that? I'm just over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm letting go of it. I'm just accepting this is how things are. Get over it, Nate. It's how things are. This is why I live in this fear bubble, because I'm constantly having these expectations for things, and I need to quit doing that. I just want to get back to living in the moment when things come. I don't want to have to think about when I talk with somebody, what am I going to say to them? Are they going to say something to me that I'm going to have to react in a certain way? And on and on and on. And these expectations and stuff just go on and on and on, and they don't stop. I'm just tired. I'm tired and I'm letting go. I'm tired and I'm letting go of it. I just, the things that we can care about are just so petty and simple minded, and there's really no need for it. How many of us are actually living instead of worrying or being in fear and doing this stuff every day while we're alive? I want to make the best out of my life. I want to live life. I'm tired of these little stupid things holding me back. And this is why sometimes I question, there are some things that are kind of out of my control that I try to control, but people don't understand. When I say try, it's not that I'm trying to do it. It's just there's sometimes I feel like I'm out of control. And then in order to gain that control, I have to kind of do something. And I know it's just all in my head. It's all me thinking a bunch of stuff in my head. And how can I get these things out of my head so that I'm not thinking about them, or I'm thinking that they're true or they're real when they're really not real or true. The mind does crazy things. The mind makes you panic. Like, I was having a panic attack just a minute ago thinking about I have to go get my script tomorrow, and then I have to see my mom real quick, and then I have to do this and the next thing. And I just get a panic attack thinking about it. But what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Like, so what? I do this once every 28 days. I go to get my script. So what? It's like, why can't I just enjoy it? Wake up, drive down there, get it, and enjoy it, and let it go. Instead of thinking about it. It's just so stupid. Overthinking is just the stupidest thing. It's such a waste of time. It's a waste of time for nothing. It's just wasting time. It's just causing panic and fear, but yet sometimes I do it. And I ask myself, why do I do this shit? And it kind of, see, this is why I get angry. This is why I get agitated, because it's kind of like, I know how I want to be, and I know what I want to do, and I know how I will react to certain things, but there's kind of like I said before, the mind kind of has a mind of its own. There's things going on in certain people's genetics that I like for me, I kind of can't help. And I say, why is this thing here? Why is this here? I don't want it. I don't need it. It's not doing nothing for me but getting me agitated, getting me mad, getting me upset, making me bitter, whatever, whatever. And it's like, what is the point of it even being there? There's no point. It doesn't do anything. It just agitates and does all the things that I just said that it does. So what's the point of it being there? But yet I haven't told myself or convinced myself, or my brain hasn't convinced itself yet that there's no need for these things that pop up. It's really hard to explain. It's kind of like I said in the other video, it's kind of like there's three things going on at once in my life. Sometimes it feels like I'm three different people in one body, kind of like one part of me's going right, one part of me's going left, and then the other's going down the middle. And I just want to be in the middle. I don't want to go right or left. I just want to be what I am, be who I am without thinking that I have to be something, or thinking who am I going to run into, or what am I going to have to say, and all this shit that just comes with worrying. And I don't know where this worry keeps coming from. Like, where does it keep coming from? What is the root of this? And this is why a lot of people, I don't think, can understand people that had concussions and had brain injuries. I think there's something going on in my head that it won't let it rest. It's kind of there lingering, and I just can't get rid of it. Like, it's there. It's I don't know. It's really weird because I remember back in the day, I could let go of shit like in a matter of, maybe a couple minutes. I could let it go and I wouldn't think about it no more. Now I can sit and I can think about things for hours and days sometimes, like maybe even weeks. And I say, this is freaking crazy. This is this is ridiculous. Like, I'm like, let it go. It's done. It's done with. There's nothing I can do about it. It's out of my control. But my mind is like holding on to it. It's like certain things just will not go. And there's a difference between thoughts, and it's really hard to explain. I can't explain it. I can't put it into words. It's thoughts, but it's remembering things. It's something that's kind of there that will pop up, and then I don't know. It's like a storage cabinet. It's like I can close the cabinet for a while, but then sometimes the cabinet opens up and the files pop out and they just come out, and it's like they're here and I'm reading them and I'm like, okay, the things that I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I got it. Okay, now put the files back into the cabinet. And this is why I said before, I really do think I am a little bit schizophrenic. Like, it's something I can't help. And schizophrenic people have a wrong sense of schizophrenia. They say, oh, the person's crazy and nuts and all this. No, there's certain types of schizophrenia. I think I have the type that I get very unorganized. I can't get my thoughts in order. I keep thinking about something, and I'm thinking of situations before they even happen. Like, I'm kind of, I wouldn't say, I guess you can say it's delusional. I'm having delusions. Like, I'm thinking things are going to happen before they even do. Or I'm going to have to do this thing that didn't even happen yet. And I think there's a lot more people that have these delusions than what they want to admit that they do. Now, I'm not saying everybody call themselves a schizophrenic or all this stuff. That's not what I'm saying. I know what I know. I'm not stupid. I can make my own rational decisions, but there's a part of my there's a part of my brain or whatever, my head, whatever you want to call it, because this is all the same. There's a part that sometimes I just can't let things go. Like it's just there nagging in my head. It's there nagging my brain. And that's why I get on here and I talk about these things. And the reason I'm talking like this is because it's late at night and I don't want to be too loud because you can hear right through the walls here. So, and my neighbor, he hasn't been here for a while. I don't know what's going on with him, but yeah, it's just, this is something that maybe if I get it out in the open and I keep talking about it and I'm absolutely real with people here, because this is what I struggle with personally. I struggle with this obsessive thinking and I can't get rid of thoughts, and I think that some of these thoughts may be real and they're not freaking real. It's just a delusion in my head. It's just something I'm thinking, but my mind won't let it be at rest. There's some people that they can have something come up and they'll think about it maybe for a couple seconds, maybe a couple minutes, and then it leaves. They don't ever think about it again. But me, if someone does something that pisses me off, or I'll give you an example. Like if somebody gets something on a toilet seat here where I live, it's like I will relish on that for hours and days. And I'll be like, why don't these people know better to clean up after themselves? Or if I step on a wet floor like I did down on the second floor to get a shower, the floor was completely soaking wet. I said, why don't this person clean up after themselves? Why don't this person have the discernment or the whatever word I'm looking for to know to do that? You know, they just, oh, I'll just let another person clean it up. I'll wait for them to do it. And these kinds of things piss me off. And that's only one example, but then I can't stop thinking about it. Like I'll just keep thinking about it and I can't let it go. I'll say, just let it go, Nate. It's over with. But people should know to be responsible for themselves. I shouldn't have to clean up after other people. But that's just one example of what I'm talking about. There's so many more examples. Like if like I got this phone and it doesn't work with my phone company, it's the wrong phone. I had this on my mind since the day that I got it and it didn't leave. I'm still irritated about it. It's I can't drop it. Because I'm gonna either have to take it back or I'm gonna have to keep it. But if I keep it, I can't put my SIM card in and I can't use it. I can only take photos and do videos, and that's all I really wanted to do in the first place. But I also want to use that phone. That's the phone that I did want because it's an awesome phone. It's a littler phone. It's just the phone for me. And I'm using this phone. It's a bigger phone and it's a thick phone. And it's just, I never use Samsung Galaxy phones. And it's these little things that irritate and bug me and agitate me. And I just can't let go. I keep thinking about it and thinking about it. I'm like, well, let me return this phone and then take this phone back so I can use that phone. And I can't make up my mind. Like I can't make up my mind with certain shit. And it bothers me. It just bothers me so bad. And that's why I got on this video, because I was agitated by thinking about all this stuff. It's just like, okay, get over it and let it go. It's only a little bit of money. So what? You have the rest of your life. You can get another phone. It's not that big of a deal, Nate. That's what I want to tell myself. And I do tell myself, but my mind is still thinking about it. Like when you leave a candle burning when you leave your house, you say, oh my goodness, did I leave a candle burning? Am I going to burn my house down? That's kind of how I'm thinking all the time. And it just kind of, it's really irritating. And there's not a lot of people, I think, that think like that. There are people that think like that, but not the same exact way as I think about it, because it's me. Of course, I'm in my own body, and I only know my personality, and I only know what goes on with me. But yeah, I know this video, it's really about nothing. It's just me reflecting on myself, like saying, what is going on here? Like, what is the root of the problem that I'm having? I should have been gotten past this. But I guess that's what comes with any artist or person like myself. The struggles in life is kind of what makes us what we are. If I didn't have some of these things, then I wouldn't be me. The some of the little nuances and little things that happen, it makes me who I am. And that's why I say, just get over it. Just live with it. It's going to happen. Mistakes are going to happen. You're going to maybe order something online and it's not what you wanted to get. Get over it. This is what I try to tell myself. Well, this is what I tell myself. I don't want to say try, because I'm not trying. This is what I tell myself. But sometimes my brain just doesn't connect the dots and says, okay, that happened, move on. And this is why I got hit on this side of my head, the top right here. I got hit here because I was going down for an onside kick, and I got hit here head to head. And so I don't know what this part of your brain does, the right side of your brain, but I think that it did something with my ability to do certain things. Certain things I just can't do. And then there's things that I can do. Like remembering, I can't remember. My memory is kind of really bad. I can think of things, I can think of certain things. I can remember certain things, but like when I took medication last, I don't really have any idea. But I can remember if I have something to do that I need to do, I will remember that, because it's kind of like alerting my mind. But when it's something that is not really important, or it's like something that is not alerting me, it just slips my mind and I don't remember. And I can't think of like really easy words sometimes. When I'm on here, I use the most simple language because there's sometimes I can't think of a simple word. I was thinking of a word. I was down in the shower when someone got water on the floor, and I said, why can't these people be more something of themselves? And I can't remember the word. I just cannot remember the word that I'm looking for. Not responsible, it's similar to that, but sometimes words I can't think of. I can speak well, but I just can't think of certain people and names of things and certain places. It's very hard for me to think of things that I'm trying to think of sometimes. If I'm just speaking just out loud and just going with the flow, I can speak when I'm just speaking to speak. Just saying anything. The wall is white. I'm sitting here right now. It's cold outside. I'm looking over at my computer. I can say things like that, but when I have to think of like certain places and names of stuff, I kind of have a blockage there sometimes. And it's worse when I get up. I'm in like a brain fog when I get up, and if I'm not taking the medication I take, I'm really foggy headed. But that comes with getting off of the medication. But yeah, sometimes I don't understand what's even going on with myself. And how many people actually do this? Like reflect on like what's going on with me, because I want to know certain things, then other things they can stay a mystery because I need some mystery in my life. But these certain things, like why I keep getting these panic attacks because I'll keep obsessing over something, there's got to be a way to stop it, and there's got to be something going on that I either can't help, or my mind is doing something on its own to do that. I'm not causing it to happen. It's just happening. I don't want it to happen. I don't want to get panic attacks. I don't want to sit and worry about stuff. I don't want to do these things. I don't need them. Like it's just extra baggage on my shoulders and my back. And I'm like, get the fuck off of me. Get away from me. I don't need you. You're not important. That's how I think, but it just doesn't happen with me. It's kind of like my own metaphorical demons. I have my own demons. I have my own gorilla on my back that holds me down, and it's just there. It's there sometimes, and it comes at will. And it's all a metaphor. When I say a gorilla on my back, it's a metaphor for having so many thoughts or things weighing me down. And when I say demons, it's a metaphor for my own personal dilemmas that I can't quite understand or get past. It's all metaphorical. Everything is a metaphor. Oh, I feel it in my heart. I know in my heart that it's true. Well, no, it's not your heart. It's just metaphorically you're saying, I know in my heart. Your heart does not think. Your heart does not have, your heart beats and pumps blood to your body. You know what I mean? This is, I don't know. It's just language that we speak. There's so many metaphors we say that we take literally a lot of the times. But yeah, anyway, I don't even know if I'm going to upload this. I just got on this to check the size of my phone. I am trying to get longer videos on my YouTube, not wider. I'm trying to get longer videos because they're only like this wide on my screen on my phone, 16 by 9. So I'm seeing if the 1:1 or the full screen does me, more justice here. But I want it to be wider while it's, sitting like this, while it's sitting upright, because this is how I like filming, but it don't look right. It's only, this big on the thing. When you're on YouTube on a computer, it's only like this wide. It's like a little tiny screen. So it's just another thing that bothers me. If it ain't my way, then it's the highway, or I have to fix the highway because there's 3 bumps in it that I don't want to keep running into. So basically, that's kind of what I'm saying here, somewhat. But there's so much shit that goes into this. It's not just one little thing, you know? It's very complicated, really, but it doesn't have to be complicated, but this makes it complicated. The mind is always complicating things all the time. It's overcomplicating every damn thing. And to me, that's very annoying and irritating. And I can't stand that vulnerable feeling that I get and things like that. Even though that's, we're humans, I don't know. Sometimes I can bear with it, and other times I'm just like, please just go. I don't need this anymore. I don't need any of this no more, you know? And I have not even been doing what I really want to do on this channel, because these types of things make me procrastinate the shit that's going on. And it's like, get over it. It's like, so what if it's even there? Live with it. Live with it, Nate. How can I live with it even when it's happening? And maybe over time, I will. Maybe over time, I will. I will. That's what I'm going to tell myself. I will. I will get over these things, even though I will talk about them. That's why I talk about them, is to get over them. Talk, talk, talk. Yap, yap, yap. You know? There was a time where I didn't have to do this as much. I could just say a few words and I'd be okay. Even though I usually always used to talk and sing and act crazy and be acting funny and showing off. I used to always do those things, and I still like doing some of those things. It's just I'm not like I used to be. I'm a different person. You know what I'm saying? So it's always like I'm going back and forth from feeling one way and being one way to feeling and being another way. And then I go, okay, here we go again with this. I was just like this. Now I'm like this. Okay, I'm like this. I'm getting comfortable with this. And then I get like this again. Then I'm like, oh my goodness. Here we go. Back and forth, back and forth, The cradle just keeps rocking. When you're born, it's rocking. When you're getting older, it's rocking. It's constantly going back and forth. And that's just life. And it's like, accept it. Accept it. Accept it. Accept it. Accept it. Accept it. All right, y'all. Stay up. Stay lowly. Resonate.